Hey guys, this is Crazy Crew of Boone. We
Hi.
need to adjust this so we're on camera.
I really prefer the video camera. But yeah.
Wait, they're gonna barely be able to hear us.
Anyways, I'm gonna do this video right here. The one that just, the one that just did the ripple thing. That's one. So let's get started. Put the remote down. Alright, lean back. And it's an ad.
And you should probably turn up the volume.
Oh yeah, I have the volume off.
And skip that.
Yep. I think I might have actually put a song in here. Yep, I put a song in here. I'm an idiot.
If it's a lyric.
Top 5.
Top 5, let's go.
There are events in this world that defy logical explanation. Events so strange and mysterious that if it hadn't been recorded, we wouldn't believe they happened. With video technology becoming readily available worldwide, we are now able to capture these mysterious events on camera to provide proof that strange
but before that, anyone would believe anything, so.
explanation. Some of it gets
Now the only
labeled as a
problem
hoax,
is, like,
but
do
some
I
of
have
it
it
has
here?
video
Do you have it on
evidence
video?
so compelling
Look at that picture, I didn't have it.
everything
You know?
we know about the world we live in. Here are the 5 mysterious events you wouldn't believe if they weren't recorded. Let's begin. Number 5. Revolving Door Mystery. It seems every skyscraper has the revolving door at the entrance. It's a simple and convenient way of getting in and out of a building, especially if you're carrying quite an armload of stuff. And there are times when the door just wouldn't work like it's supposed to, and we've all seen the footage of people getting stuck inside or the door spinning too fast for someone to make their exit and they keep spinning round and round. It's pretty comical stuff to watch sometimes. But what if the door were possessed by some strange entity? Some poltergeist, ghost, or demonic creature. Maybe it has a sense of humor and is playing practical jokes on unsuspecting people just trying to get from point A to point B. Or maybe it has something more sinister and deadly in mind. In this video, we see surveillance footage of the lobby entrance at an office building in Brussels. The security camera is pointed right at the revolving door to catch footage of everyone who enters and exits the building. It's good to have this footage handy in the event of an emergency or, God forbid, a terrorist attack. When the video begins, there is absolutely nothing out of the ordinary. People enter and exit the revolving doors as you would expect, with the revolving doors showing no signs of malfunction. We even see the front desk attendant going about what appears to be the normal routine for someone in that role. She doesn't seem to be concerned with people using the doors, indicating that at the time of the incident, there appears to be no mechanical malfunction of the revolving doors that would cause one to be concerned. But as we watch, we see a group of 3 men approach the revolving doors and pause for a brief moment while they wait for the opening to come around again so they can step in and exit. When it's safe to enter, the first man steps inside and begins to walk with the doors, and they revolve. But about halfway through, the strangest thing happens. Both the front and rear glass doors suddenly slam shut with the man inside, shattering the glass doors on the man.
That would
Surprisingly,
hurt.
he appears to be unharmed and quickly exits the revolving doors and runs straight to the front desk. The other men who were waiting for their turn to exit run away, startled and frightened by what just happened. And if the incident wasn't strange enough, the doors begin to revolve again as if nothing happened. I guess this gives meaning to the phrase, what goes around comes around. Number 4, Floating Girl. We've all seen the videos of kids doing some pretty incredible and often unthinkable acts. Some believe that there are children in the world who do possess amazing powers, while others think these sightings and videos are complete hoaxes and is often thought to be the work of some pretty crafty video editing. Sure, some of it is staged, but you have to wonder with the massive amount of footage capturing phenomenal events on camera, with everyone having a smartphone handy when things go weird, can they all be staged? Video editing is a pretty skilled trade.
Like,
Most people just
chemicals
don't have
and
the
stuff
ability,
now, like,
let alone the
used to say
equipment
there's not
create such convincing
mutations.
footage. And so we have to
Don't
assume
call it
that
a
some of
shush.
this footage is absolutely real, but
Don't.
discovering the truth of
Okay, Mrs. Puff, what's my final score? 6. And how many do I need?
No.
No,
about all the videos is an impossible feat. In this video, recorded in 2009, we have a local farmer who went for a walk in the woods by his property with his dog. He was simply recording footage of his best friend having the time of his life when the farmer stumbles upon a truly phenomenal sight. The man stumbled upon a mother and daughter going for a leisurely stroll through the woods. Nothing too out of the ordinary, except the man caught video of the girl floating above her mother as they walked the trails. The man is able to capture some great footage of this supernatural little
creepy.
girl before he's discovered by the
I'm
mother.
scared now.
Startled, the girl's
You're
mother
always
reaches
scared.
up and pulls her daughter back to the ground where they take off running. The footage went
Like
viral
and
online and
subscribe.
has been the subject of many conspiracy theorist debates. Some people believe the girl to have supernatural powers and the mother doesn't want her daughter's abilities to become known, fearing she'll be turned into some sort of circus freak or kidnapped by government officials to investigate and study her abilities. Others dismiss the discovery
Just
as
study
a
her,
hoax,
they would
saying
dissect
the
her
girl
and
appears to
inject
be
her
too
with all that
rigid and
stuff
static
and
while
stuff
floating, and arguing that her
Yeah.
movements would be much more fluid if she were really floating,
Nope.
making some believe that she was hanging from some sort of cord that was later edited out of the video. Real or fake, this is some great footage that really makes you question everything you think you know about supernatural abilities. Number 3, Christina's birthday party. Some of our fondest childhood memories are made at our birthday parties. When you're a kid, you wait all year for your one special day to come around. Birthday presents, cake, ice cream, pin the tail on the donkey, and of course, all your friends and family that gather to celebrate you. So, what's not to love? Little Christina was a normal child, and all she wanted for her birthday was a memorable day, and that's exactly what she got. In the video footage of Christina's birthday, nothing appears to be out of the ordinary. Mom is behind the camera recording every minute so Christina will always remember her special day. Dad is there, along with her cousins and her aunt and uncle. The whole family sings happy birthday to excited little Christina. She makes her wish and blows out the candles. As Dad starts to cut the cake, things get a little weird.
Black man, this is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now.
The kitchen faucet suddenly turns on out of nowhere and continues to run. You hear Mom get agitated and nervous, saying things like, "Not again, not today," and even expresses the opinion that they should have had Christina's party elsewhere. The girls are obviously startled and run to their parents' arms for protection. All of a sudden, the cabinet doors fly open and the contents are thrown to the floor by themselves. No person that we can see is anywhere near the cabinets. The encounter seems to intensify, and drawers open and shut by themselves, cabinet doors open and shut rapidly by themselves. The family's obviously frightened, and the girls begin to scream in fear. As the family makes a quick exit, one drawer
come on,
flies
it's just
open
a
and lands at the
ghost.
feet of Christina's uncle.
Why do you have to be
Then
afraid?
Christina's
Let's see
dad
what it
tell
does
everyone
next
to
time.
get out, and they waste no time leaving the home.
I'm not
There
actually
is
leaving.
no
For all you
doubt
know, it's
this
just like,
is
hey,
Christina's
can
most
you maybe
memorable
save my
childhood
soul,
birthday
please?
party.
Like, I'm
May very
here.
well cause fear
I was
around the
unrightfully
rest of the
buried
birthday
under your
parties to come.
house.
Whatever was
Please.
causing the kitchen
Out.
cabinets to go nuts, I think it's safe to say that it's a
And that's a
party.
possibility.
Number 2, while you were sleeping. When we jump into bed after a long day, the last thing from our minds is that something creepy is lurking around the room. All we want is to lay down and peacefully drift into dreamland. But what if something was going on while you slept? What if someone or something was
That's creepy.
watching you sleep and
Yeah,
you had no
a little bit.
clue? It's pretty frightening to think just how vulnerable
Hey,
and
look, it's a
unsuspecting
skeleton.
we all are in our slumber, and after watching this mysterious event, you may never sleep soundly again. In the video, we see a man has set up a camera to record himself sleep. While we're not sure why he decided to record himself sleeping, we can only guess that maybe he's noticed some strange things when he wakes in the morning, like things being out of place or windows open. But for whatever reason, the man felt he needed to record himself sleeping. Nothing seems strange until you notice the curtains begin to gently move. At first, you simply think it's from a draft, but later in the video, we see the windows closed and there's no fan around to blow the curtains. And what's more is as we watch, we see that the curtains seem to be held open by something, but nothing is there. The man continues to sleep through the strange events, unaware of what's happening just a couple feet from his head. In the window, we see something appear and look into the
I hate ads.
Me too. Everyone hates ads. Why
the
did they have
window
to put
at the
ads in
sleeping
this
man.
video?
It's difficult
So
to make
the
out
company can
exactly
get paid.
what is peering into the room, but it's truly creepy. This thing in the window simply watches the man for a few minutes. Suddenly, there's a strange flicker in the room as the mysterious creature disappears from the window at the same moment. It's creepy enough that something's watching the unsuspecting
There's
man
something
while he
outside
sleeps,
the
but
window.
now
I
things
see
get
it.
truly weird and frightening. When watching the blanket
Yeah, it
covering
was
the
right
man, it
over there.
appears as though something is crawling under the blanket
No.
covering the sleeping man. The
Ooh.
blanket then appears to lift off the man slightly, then suddenly it's quickly jerked off him and is sent flying across the room. The man continues to sleep and is completely unaware of anything weird and creepy going on.
Well, at
we
least he
don't
didn't
know
take his
exactly
pants off.
who or what
Probably
caused
did, but
this
like
mysterious
maybe
event,
he
one
cut that
thing's
part
for
of the
sure,
video
this
out
guy's
for
probably gonna
obvious
have a hard time
reasons.
sleeping after having replayed this footage the next morning. Number 1, driving into thin air.
So like,
It seems it's
I'm
pretty
not gonna
standard
sleep
these
for a
days for
while.
police to have
Me
dashboard
too.
cameras
I
to
barely
record
sleep.
the
Better
events that
sleep.
take place during
I
traffic
know.
stops.
think you have
This technology
insomnia
has become
or something
increasingly
like that.
popular
But
among police departments
think
for
it's
a number of
insomnia.
reasons. Mainly so there's video evidence
Hang on.
available of a normal traffic stop.
if your insomnia is the disease where you can't always fall asleep when you want to, but then you fall asleep at certain times, if it's like that can't fall asleep disorder,
Yeah.
leave a comment, please. And if I'm wrong, leave a comment, because,
I
yeah.
actually have that.
The more you
Probably,
I think I
maybe.
do. Yes, that happens.
I have some friends that have that, and it's kind of the same thing. But, you know, like, it has to be in the nose first and all that shit.
the more
So-
you know.
The more you know,
The more you
the smarter
die.
you are than him, because he is a idiot.
For to turn
In a good way.
With this technology becoming more widespread, with just about every police vehicle being equipped with cameras, it's no surprise that they end up recording some strange phenomenon along with mundane traffic stops. This particular footage was recorded on a TYPD patrol car's video camera. We see that the video starts out normal enough, with the police car simply patrolling the highway. It seems to be an ordinary night with not much excitement going on. The officer ends up behind a vehicle driving down the highway when all of a sudden the car starts to swerve out of its lane. It appears the driver of the
Move your
vehicle in the
foot.
camera has simply lost control of the
talking to your
vehicle.
brother.
It appears that maybe the driver's intoxicated, judging by the driver's inability to control the car. The driver ends up crossing all lanes of traffic, gets completely turned around, and ends up passing the police vehicle going the wrong direction. It's obvious the driver needs to be taken off the road, and the police officer turns around to pursue the out-of-control vehicle. The officer remains in pursuit of the vehicle, which is showing no signs of slowing down or pulling over. The vehicle manages to drive off the highway and into what looks like maybe a field. The video's pretty poor quality and details are hard to make out. But what happens next is crystal clear and just so bizarre that no one's been able to provide any logical explanation.
Shen.
Always at the best part.
We see the police car continue to pursue the out-of-control vehicle as it drives off-road. The police car stays close behind, and all of a sudden, the police car is stopped by a chain-link fence, and we watch as the taillights of the vehicle disappear into the night on the other side of the fence. There were no signs that the car destroyed the fence, as there would have been obvious damage from the car driving through it. There's no gate that would have opened to allow the car access to the other side.
Okay,
The police officer just stops in front of the fence, as there's nowhere he can go without damaging the fence. Plus, the vehicle
Transformers
just
are real.
disappeared into thin
Remember in that
air.
episode of Transformers,
Seriously
when you had the
mysterious
phasing
event
tech?
captured on
What the
tape
fuck
that
is that?
defies any logical explanation. And while the footage is
Looks
not
like my
the best
sister.
quality,
Wrapped up in a
it's
blanket.
obvious that
She's like,
something supernatural happened on the highway that night. And there, you have 5 mysterious events.
Ooh, what's
you
this?
wouldn't believe if
I
they
said, what's
weren't
that?
recorded.
No, let me click on you.
If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like and share
It
it.
doesn't
And
let
if
you
you
do
haven't
it for
already,
this.
Ugh.
subscribe down below to get notified
Ooh,
every
10 scariest things found.
day with
Wait,
new videos
guys.
from top.
We need to end the video soon.
Many secrets
We will.
over the years. It
Not
may not
to-
be today, it may
Oh
not
yeah,
be
this guy's
tomorrow,
awesome.
But eventually,
Oh, I
almost
love this
everything
guy.
comes to the surface, and when it
Like it's
does,
voice
all
on
that's
the
left to
surface.
do is accidentally stumble upon it. Number 10. A construction crew is demolishing a parking lot.
His voice is kind of funny.
When they make a historic and horrifying find. The crew was supposed to be building new apartments, but the project quickly switches to an excavation operation
as heavy cranes lift casket after casket out of the ground. These caskets are over 300 years old and contain actual human remains. An old church and cemetery used to be here in the 1700s, and all of the caskets were supposed to have been relocated to a different cemetery sometime in the 1860s. Whoever was in charge of the operation lied and said they moved the bodies when they did not, probably to cut costs. This means for hundreds of years, people have been walking over top these unmarked caskets without knowing it. By the way, this happened somewhere around 2nd and Arch Street in Old City, so let me know if you may have passed over them.
He's scared of
Well, at least they didn't have to chew right through. That would have,
YouTuber named
like,
Metal
made their
Detective
spirits
24 is
mad.
in the woods doing exactly what his screen name says. When his equipment starts beeping over some planks of wood, he curiously lifts the wooden covering and finds a small metal trash can buried a couple of feet underground. The only thing left to do now is open the lid and see
Or
what
run.
anyone could have possibly
run.
left for him out in the middle of nowhere. He removes the trash can from the hole and braces himself for the worst. Inside is the head of a female mannequin with a blade taped to the right side. Both her face and the interior of the garbage can are covered with red paint in what appears to be
Oh,
a
this is
morbid
a fake
simulation of
head.
a heinous act. Why anyone would want to create this, let alone leave it in the forest for others to find, is beyond me. Hopefully this is just creative artistic expression and not the inner workings of a
Yeah.
deranged psychopath lurking around in the woods.
If you noticed, there was a yellow box taped to the inside. So there could have been a message written down that they did not post because maybe it was left for him specifically as a warning for something. Because maybe he got like tied up in some mafia or something.
I don't know, and I don't care. Sam.
Either way, Metal Detecting 24 is understandably
Oh, it's a
freaked out at this
sponge.
point.
It was a
He
sponge.
documents the event for a bit longer and then quickly leaves the area before its maker gets a chance to
Something
come
else.
back. Number 8. A construction crew is busy building a new road in Dorset, England, when they come across a patch of ordinary-looking land housing an ancient secret. This seemingly nondescript area happens to be the final resting site of no less than 51 unidentified bodies. To be more specific, one pile was nothing but the bodies, and another pile was all of their grimacing heads neatly arranged in rows. Scientists were eventually able to determine through DNA testing that these were the remains of Scandinavian Vikings who were captured in battle and had their heads removed. Scientists were able to identify their country of origin by examining traces of microscopic food particles left within their teeth. On the day of their discovery, however, all that the construction workers knew was that they had found dozens of bodies with no heads. I can only imagine what was going through their minds as they tried to make sense of the grisly scene.
I'll be freaking
Number
the fuck
7.
out.
A YouTuber named Craig Wilson was doing some home repairs when he noticed a small hole in his backyard. He opened it up a little more and was shocked at what he found waiting down below.
This hole goes down, down, down.
Oh, come on!
Abs are the worst.
Kill us. Oh, so bad.
To a giant cavern.
It's a gigantic earthen cavern extending a full 16 feet straight down. Craig wonders out loud if this was natural or man-made as he continues to videotape from a dizzying height. Craig
Might be
quickly
natural,
had the
that
hole
was just,
filled the next day,
finally
but he'll
fell
never
in.
forget about the huge underground threat that was once threatening his home. He and his wife think that it was probably a well about 60 or 70 years ago, but they aren't positive. I'm just relieved that the hole didn't widen while he was standing over the edge. Number 6. A YouTuber named Michael Delaney is
I oughta
flying
made that
his
into a
drone
cam.
when he comes across a wild animal in the brush.
I ought to make that into like a bomb shelter. What?
He follows its path and soon finds himself hovering above a den of rattlesnakes.
Oh.
Michael is casually observing their natural habitat when suddenly one of them feels threatened enough to react.
If rattlesnake, hang on. This goes for viewers and these two. If rattlesnakes are hissing at you, get away. That is their warning just before they bite you. Okay?
Yeah. Beware of the snake.
He dropped his camera.
But the snake managed to dislodge the camera. Now the situation gets a whole lot more real, as Michael realizes he will have to somehow reach into an underground pit of snakes if he wants to see his GoPro again. Thinking fast, he wisely chooses to go in with a hockey stick instead of his bare hands. He balances the GoPro on the end of the stick and pulls it to safety. Keep in mind that he's standing in tall grass and could have easily been bit by a stray rattler. Let me know if you think you're brave enough to do the same thing, or if you would have just left your camera with the reptiles. Number 5.
I'll just like armor it
A
up and
YouTuber named Aqua Chigger stumbles across a fallen tree. Something compels him to take a look inside. He immediately spots an unusual fragment in the freshly upturned earth.
Weird. What do you think?
It's a bone.
This
You're right,
prompts
it
him to
is.
look inside of the hole. He doesn't see anything else at first, but then
Ooh, what's that?
It's a head.
Stuff might just have gotten real, guys.
it's a piece of green fabric that Aqua Chigger hopes is just a tent. When he finds buttons, however, he knows that this is somebody's blouse. He finds some more remains
Next to
and
a
turns them
bone.
over and over again, trying to determine if they are human or not. He notes that they are right by the highway, and even says that police found a different body in a creek not too far from here. He eventually finds the jaw of a deer and some other scattered animal remains,
Jesus.
so he decides not to call the police. Even if this was just animal remains, it still doesn't explain the fabric he found, nor does it explain how a couple of other bones look like they possibly could have belonged to a human. Let me know what you think this was, and if you think he came across
So,
something that should
animal
have been
bones.
reported. Number
Some
4.
were animal
A
bones.
YouTuber named Charles M is checking out an old house for sale in Las Vegas that was supposedly owned by the mafia. At one point during the tour, he comes across a fake wall in the kitchen and follows an old set of stairs down to a secret basement. The
I hope
basement
he has a
extends
gun.
for a
I'll
long
grab
time
a
further and
gun or
further
shoot him or
underground,
something.
eventually opening up into a long white room that's completely bare, except for cabinets lining the far wall. Connected to this room are two other smaller rooms about the size of a closet. They
Basement.
each give him a bad feeling.
Ooh.
The two smaller rooms are dark and soundproof. Strangest of all, the doors only have knobs on the outside. I don't know why the mob would have needed a soundproof room that
Really?
nobody could escape
You
from.
don't know
I
why the
don't
mob
want
would
to
have
know.
needed a soundproof room. And another ad.
Like the whistle though.
That's all he finds. Hidden inside the ventilation shaft of one of the rooms is what appears to be a single spent bullet casing. Number 3. A YouTuber named Mr. Technical Difficult and his friends are hanging out by a river when they see an old abandoned cooler on the other side. They don't pay much attention to it at first, but after a while they grow curious as to what could possibly be inside. Finally,
Please
they
don't
can't
get
take
spear.
the suspense anymore and decide
Oh,
to
right, I've seen
retrieve the
this.
floating
Seen that
container.
one.
Please
What
don't
they
tell
find
us.
inside is troubling.
I think it's
Open the
dead
hatch.
body parts of one.
That's what I thought too. It is.
Oh my!
They remove
God.
an excessive amount of masking tape and pop the lid only to see a black-eyed doll peering back at them.
Jesus.
Creepy doll is dressed in red suspenders
Okay.
and its head is turned
One more
directly
thing.
towards the camera.
If you find a doll that someone got rid of and took that much time to seal and dispose of,
It's damn
what you
evil.
do, exactly, you need to tie it back up, and instead of putting it back in the river for someone else to find and keep, you go into the woods, you
break
dig a
it.
hole. No, if you break it, then it
It's true,
Yeah.
true spirits, yeah.
you tape it back up, You go into the woods, you dig a hole, you put it in the hole, you bury it, and you leave a marker there.
Yeah.
Like something that says, warning, don't dig here, or something. Like something that won't be like, oh my god, it's a bottle, and something could happen.
Because it's
You know what I
goddamn
mean.
evil.
Yeah.
Just play.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's not.
you need to be less stressed.
No one knows what to make of this unsettling discovery, and they all stand
Don't
around
say
for
the
a
words.
bit laughing nervously. To this day, the group has absolutely no explanation as to how or why this doll was sealed and sent down the river.
Then they are
More
idiots.
importantly, who is responsible for this strange message? Number
The
2.
vidal's evil.
Members of the
Not
YouTube
every
channel
doll.
TFIL
Some
is on a
dolls.
guided tour of some Egyptian ruins
Nice.
when they decide to sneak away and do some exploring of their own. They ditch the tour guide and split up into separate groups to cover more ground. At one point, TFIL makes a strange discovery in a random pile of nearby rubble, which he quickly shows the rest of his group as soon as they meet up again. They assume it's a piece of someone's backbone, but they can't tell if it
Bone.
belongs to a person
like a
or an
skull.
animal.
Part of a skull.
It's an animal.
It's an ancient ruins. It might be a human.
They did do cats in ancient ruins too.
It's hard to tell if this is an
They
original
worshipped
discovery
them, they
made
wouldn't
by
have hurt them.
TFIL, or if an archaeologist
Well, they would
previously dug
They would
this
kill
up
No.
them too because
No.
they think
left
of
it in a
it.
pile
They would
later,
think they were
or
gods.
because it wasn't an important discovery.
'Cause they were
Eventually,
mentally ill.
the group finds
Okay.
human remains, which the group silently observes and reluctantly passes around. Who knows what else they would have unearthed that day, just with a little more digging. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills, and I hope you're enjoying my narration. If
I
you're
re-
curious about
Really
what I
hope
look like
that's
in
not
real
his
life,
face.
Yeah,
go to my
it-
Instagram at Dylan
I went to his
YT,
Instagram and
tap
his,
that follow
like,
button to find
he's
out.
not,
I'm currently
I
doing
you
a
know,
Super
yeah.
Bowl on my Instagram.
But before that, I'm
If
like,
you
I hope
believe
that is
ghosts
not a
are
picture of
real,
him.
go to my most recent photo and tap the like button. If you don't, DM me saying
I
why.
kinda actually
When
do.
you're done, come right back to this video to find out the number 1 entry. Also,
No, thanks.
follow me on Twitter at YT_chills because that's where I post video updates. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier
Yeah,
person.
person.
So if
So
you're
if you're
generous
generous
enough to hit
enough
that
to hit
subscribe button
then
and the bell beside it, then thank you. This way you'll be notified of the
To
new
every
video I
day,
upload every
Thursday.
Thursday.
There
Oh,
are
damn
2,700
ads.
robocalls made every second in the U.S. You might have been on the receiving end of one.
Yeah.
Number 1. One Christmas morning, construction workers in Augsburg, Germany were stunned to unearth a giant device dating all the way back to World War II. The live charge weighed 1.8 tons and could have easily gone off just from making contact. With their heavy digging equipment, police immediately evacuated over 54,000 people from the city, while a squad transported the war artifact far away and detonated it. If it had gone off, experts predicted the blast radius would have covered nearly 1
13
full mile in all directions.
at school.
You may dread school, but not as much as the people on this
Oh,
list.
God,
All
he's
of them
almost
claim
through.
to have experienced
I like school.
supernatural hauntings.
Yeah, I like school
that go
now
far
if it's
beyond
haunted.
any possible academic explanation known to humankind.
do I have
Number 13.
598.
It's been. I think we should end the video here.
No, Zan.
No, we have
It's leave
28 minutes.
Exploring
We're
with
good.
Josh is a YouTube
Yeah,
channel dedicated to taking a closer look at all sorts of frightening locations. This time they decide to check out an abandoned school that is
Dude.
reportedly the source of black magic rituals. Pentagrams spray painted on the wall
Pretend to
give
kill
them a
yourself.
general
Feel
feeling
yourself
of
into
unease
your
all
normal
around as
reactions
they
and
make
don't
their
try
way
and be
deeper
cool.
into the building. They feel watched at times and are worried about coming across someone at any given moment. I notice some sort of strange ephemeral smoke follows them throughout the video. It's visible in 2 different scenes. The first time happens about 5 minutes in.
Damn, this is spooky.
Yeah, thanks.
Hopefully we don't run into anything
You're
crazy.
so stupid.
Then it happens
when you
again
see
here,
yes,
roughly a
the
minute and a half later.
You got no balls.
Shut up.
Yo, this one's a little bit scary. If we hear anything, let's just...
The strange smoke
Check
is
out my
definitely not their breath because it only happens twice instead of throughout the entire video. Coincidentally, the smoke appears as soon as they sense that something is nearby. As if that weren't enough, they have another random paranormal encounter that is much more blatant.
Oh my god, did you get that on tape?
Really?
That is insane.
That's pretty cool.
I don't see any block light around the door frame to
I will
indicate one of
protect
their
you.
friends was on the other side.
The only thing that needs to be
Doesn't look
protected
like the
me
door
is me.
even has a knob to
And my
use.
girlfriend.
There just
Your
doesn't seem to be
girlfriend?
I'm just kidding.
He has a girlfriend. He has a
No, I
girlfriend.
do not.
What's her name? What's her name?
I
What's her
swear,
name? What's her name? What's her
I
name?
swear
What's
to
her
God,
name?
I swear to God, Corbin, I don't.
Helmet Car
I just have
College in
crap.
South Africa.
That's all.
A
That's
strange
all. That's all.
bar doorway
Say
and
focus.
slowly morphs into the
No.
shape of a girl
Focus.
wearing a long dress.
Focus.
She casually
Focus.
walks
Well,
into a
bye.
door
I'm leaving the video
as if
now.
this was just
Okay.
another ordinary school
You know
day.
he's
His hand's
Except,
listening out.
of course, the
Okay.
room is empty and no
Because
one
he's a
is in the
wussy.
building. Even though this is called Helmet Car College, it's actually just a high school, and this phantom-like figure does appear to be
I love
around the
phantoms.
There might be
same
some
size
nerd
as
that
the
got
other
locked in after hours. He's like,
students. Makes me think it could possibly be real, though I
Wait,
guess they
nope,
could have
probably
just
not.
edited this
Jesus.
girl into the video if they really wanted to. Number 11. Two school custodians are standing in the middle of a creepy old boiler room. One of them is the supervisor, and he was called in
People are
after
stupid these
Hang on,
days.
I know it seems like I was making fun of nerds, but I'm not a bully. I don't bully people. Actually, I get bullied a lot.
Dibs here too.
So if you see us getting bullied, please whip the asses of our bullies for us, because, like, you know, we would like to, but I try and stay away from violence personally, because
I
last time
just do the violence and I take consequences for it.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, when I try and fight someone, usually I end up, like, doing severe damage. So, yeah.
And you see, and he goes,
Thing is, like,
"Tell us,
yeah.
show us proof if
But-
you saw a ghost."
But see, the thing is,
Subscribe
with
to
people
Phantoms.
now, it's like, they
Hey.
think you're making it up when you say, like, you know, I don't want to hurt anyone else, and that's why I don't fight. It's like, no, because you don't want to fight. Like, no. Like, if people keep coming at me, like, then someday they are gonna realize that I hurt people when I fight. Like, I could
Shattered wrist.
I almost gave you, like, 3 concussions last night when we were wrestling.
Yeah, at least I defeated you once. Because I
You punched me in the stomach.
I
Nice
well,
punch, by the way, though.
Yeah, but I did a block. I kept blocking from you grabbing. Anyways, back to our video.
his co-worker said that she saw objects moving around on their own. He records the situation for legal workplace reasons, and the two of them reluctantly investigate.
Alright, hang on, just wait. Let me just take a look. Now, you say what happened now?
The door shut by itself. Itself, Dave.
Alright.
The supervisor doesn't see anything out of the ordinary, and he reassures his coworker that everything is okay. He encourages her to go deeper into the boiler room and get something that she needs, and that's when things go wrong.
Is there anybody back here? Go ahead.
No.
What's that? Oh my
Oh, so they just don't like her.
A metallic chair scrapes towards them on its own, and they both fall back. I guess the supervisor could have pulled on a string, but I think the chair moves a farther distance than he would have been able to pull, judging from where he was standing.
And
Number
if he
10,
pulled it,
a security guard is patrolling
either
the
would
San
have tied it to
Francisco
both
College
and straightened
campus.
out.
Okay,
He
college.
catches a glimpse of an all-black figure moving fast. He quickly rounds the corner and finds absolutely nothing there. Notice how the silhouette is traveling in a straight
saw
line at a high rate of speed and has no time to run up the steps or to hide on the right before the security guard catches up with it.
Okay, Mrs. Puff.
I want to see this. It's a funny ad, guys.
6.
It pops up everywhere. I'm pretty sure they
Do
know.
I need to pass?
6. 100.
Feel the burn.
I don't see any jump cut
Sorry,
editing
guys.
either, so I think this could really be an actual ghost. Number
Or
9.
a kid
Chris
playing
Moon is
pranks
a
in a
paranormal
black
expert
suit.
who travels around
Do
the
you
country,
really think that could have been a kid playing
demonstrating the
pranks?
metaphysical properties
It's
of
good.
the
Let's
spirit
go really
world.
fast.
This time
You
he
know,
is using
Don't
a spirit
doubt.
box at the
Yeah,
Cornell
no.
College in Iowa when suddenly a student's jewelry does something I've never seen before.
Relax, everybody, don't crowd her, please. We get it, we're filming, it's okay.
Her necklace starts going berserk as the spirit apparently tries to get her attention. She then hears a familiar voice come across the spirit box and immediately bursts into tears. The voice talking to her, she believes, was an old volleyball coach who passed away.
I just wanted me to tell you hi. He misses you so much.
Chris Moon says awe and
You need
points
to
to the
get a spare
box when
box.
he hears it.
I
This
agree.
video certainly captured some convincing evidence of the spirit world that Chris is trying to
Try and
prove
get one off eBay
exists.
after
Number
Anapitch goes
8.
up later.
This video taken at the North Dallas High School in Texas by a YouTuber named Smart Dolphin captures a very hard to find figure at the end. I've highlighted the possible ghost so that you can see it more easily.
Oh, yep, saw that.
This is without a doubt the colorless outline of a human. You can see his feet shift a little bit as he changes his stance if you look closely enough. With this in mind, the question
Yeah, he
becomes
changed his
whether or
stance.
not this
He
person
passed
was living when this video was recorded.
He was looking.
I guess it wouldn't
He's
be too
looking
hard to make
straight at
somebody
you,
look
and
all
you know
gray
it.
like this with some decent editing equipment. But let me know if you think this is a genuine ghost or just a fake.
Genuine
Number
ghost.
7.
Genuine
Three
goose.
students somehow sneak into the Garland High School in Texas after hours to search for
Doesn't like
paranormal
do
evidence of a
karaoke.
girl who supposedly passed away in the cafeteria a long time ago. They stand around talking about her for almost a full minute and even jokingly make some crass remarks at her expense when suddenly a noise interrupts their conversation. They turn around and the two girls immediately notice something that neither the third friend or his camera can see at first.
What? Oh my god, what is that?
What?
Did you see it?
No, it was right
What
there.
appears to be a pale, ghostly figure reaching out to them, perhaps in anger at their remarks.
Looks like a
I find
dead
it
bird's
extremely
ghost.
interesting
See it?
that the ghost in question
Yeah,
does
it
not
looks like a
appear to
birdie ghost, like,
everyone. Paranormal physics do not have to follow our rules. With this in mind, I wouldn't be surprised if whatever the camera picked up looked nothing like what they actually saw in person. Number 6. Two students are racing down a flight of steps when an insidious spirit rushes up and sweeps one of them off their feet. A paranormal tug-of-war match ensues as the frightened student tries to free his friend from the clutches of this malicious shadow fiend.
That would be
Eventually, the
creepy.
evil entity lets go
Like,
and
very
For some
fucking
reason, I
materializes
think
behind
it's
them as
fake.
they run up the steps. Many people
Oh, yeah, I
believe
see
this
that.
was an actual possession attempt caught on video, and that this person would have been a
Oh,
goner
yeah.
for sure,
Ooh.
if not for the quick reactions of his friend. I'm not sure whether or not I believe that theory, so please
Kind
let me
of
know
don't.
what you think.
Yeah, I do.
Number
Yeah,
5.
yes.
This group of friends decides to go into an old middle school that's rumored to be
Give me
haunted.
1 second.
The
Okay, you could tell by the shadow that was shown. Because of the lack of light in the stairwell, you could tell that was not his shadow, besides it was standing up. You would have also seen his friend's shadow, correct?
Correct. You only saw one of his.
Yep. And his arms were going everywhere while his friend's arms were down and he was slightly kneeled over.
The shadow was just, his arms were just down.
Yep.
has only recently been abandoned,
Well, his arms
and it's
flew up.
still in relatively good condition, so there's not much to say until they come to one section of the school that's
Oh,
much
there.
darker and filled with mold. The group still feels safe in their large numbers down here, and they bravely trudge through a series of musty
And then they
hallways.
start disappearing
They don't
and
see
getting fucking
anything out
murdered.
of the ordinary, but when they put the video on YouTube later, somebody points out a
Right there.
possible shadow
Yep.
figure in the distance during this part in
Oh, yeah, I saw
particular.
that shadow. Ah,
2, 1. Ooh.
oh, yeah, did you see it?
Yeah, I did.
I personally think that it could just be stacked debris, but then again, I can somewhat make out
Has
the faint
hair.
outline of
I
a
think
shadow
it's a girl
that's
shadow.
roughly the size of a
Just because
child.
it has hair doesn't
The
mean
more
it's
I
girl
look
shadow.
at
I
it,
have
the
long
more I
hair
can
once.
notice
I'm
its
growing it
legs
back
and
up.
head in particular.
Lashes.
Let me know if you agree, or if you think I'm looking into the situation too deeply. Number 4. Britton Smith is hanging around her dorm room when she notices something is apparently laying in bed with her.
Oh, good.
Well, that's creepy.
Oh, good.
An invisible force appears to be
Shut up.
pressing up and down on the flowery design of her covers, right before her very eyes. I will admit that it's hard to tell if something is on top of the covers or simply underneath.
It's
In
underneath.
which case, it could be anything and not necessarily paranormal. Britton Smith describes this as a ghost in her dorm room, but I'd like to know if you agree with her or not.
Agree.
Number
Agreed.
3. This girl is surrounded by a group of worried elders after school. She is rumored to somehow become possessed by a demonic spirit during class.
Oh, she's having a seizure.
No, they won't show her eyes or pupils. Caesar.
This happened somewhere in Myanmar.
No,
a
no,
nation
that's
in
possession.
Southeastern Asia that's
Seizure,
close to
she would be
Thailand and
laying on the
Nepal.
ground.
Tell me
True.
what you think she is being shown on the phone during this part, and what she is saying in response.
She wouldn't be saying anything. Shoot.
At one point, she is surrounded by people chanting prayers as she convulses and screams. According to
Yep,
the description of
possession.
this video, she was later taken to a local monastery where she was managed to recover from whatever it was that was causing her to act like this. Whether her source of anguish was supernatural
Oh,
or
she was
her own
so cute.
delusional manifestation is a question I'll leave you to answer. Number 2.
Yeah, I kind of think, yeah.
A Halloween football game in Silmar High, California picked up what could be the ghost of an old football player going for one last tackle.
Anna says a month later, when she looked at the
Oh,
video,
yeah, I see it.
she saw a mysterious ghost-like figure running across the field.
The mother did not remember to even look at this video until a full month later. Let me know if you think she has made a valid discovery, or if this
Valid.
is some kind of
Valid.
camera malfunction. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills, and I hope you're enjoying my
First time I saw that, it
narration.
freaked
If
me
you're
out.
curious about what I look like in real life,
Like, I swear,
then go to my
facts.
Instagram
Oh, yeah.
at Dylan is Chillin'
I've seen him in real life.
At Dylan's Chillin' YT.
to find out. I'm currently doing a super poll on my Instagram.
Super poll?
If you believe ghosts
Super
are real,
poll.
then go
Yes.
to my most
Yes.
recent photo and tap the like button. If you don't, DM me saying why. When you're
No,
done,
tap the
come
like
right
button
back to
because
this
I
video
have
to
seen
find out
shit
the
that I
number
had.
1 entry.
Not gonna
Also,
hurt.
follow
Guys,
me
we're
on
seeing
Twitter
shit
at
right now.
YT_chills, because that's where I post video
Yeah.
updates. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person.
person.
So if you're generous
You can
enough to
okay,
hit that
that's
subscribe
subscribe
button
button
and
the
the
bell
bell
beside
that
it.
is And
This
thank
way
you.
you'll be notified of the new video I upload
Every
every Thursday.
Thursday.
Number 1.
Okay, here we go. Get down. And that's non-skippable.
Blurry Faces is a YouTuber exploring 2 mysterious schools standing
Looks like-
next to each other.
looks like in
They were
Mexico.
both built around World War II and have been abandoned for a long time. Everything
Hold-
starts out
look
normal
very
until
closely
Blurry
around it.
Faces is exploring an upstairs room full of classroom furniture. After that, something seems to be stalking them at every turn. The strange banging noises only grow louder and more persistent as time wears on.
I do hear the voice.
I will give them credit for being
Ooh.
courageous and sticking around for so long. This is the event that finally makes them lose their composure and scramble. This time, Blurry Faces bravely tests the weight of the door himself and finds that it's way too heavy to swing open with such ease. You can tell he is putting a lot more effort into opening and closing the door than whatever just opened it moments earlier.
True.
Tell me what's written in Spanish
Oh, I
across
saw
the
that
door,
hand.
and if it has any significance to what could be possibly lurking inside.
If you do.
No, that's a
For
link.
whatever reason, most unsolved mysteries always seem to be
Sorry,
captured
guys.
on either dash
We were
cams,
trying to make
CCTV
the ad go away.
systems, or drones. With this in mind, here are 13 of the most unsolvable situations I could
Well, I think that's gonna be all for now, okay?
Okay, let's see how many minutes though.
Yep, alright.
Yeah.
That's
That's all video.
Text message.
all right.
Yep.
So this.
Leave a comment of what reaction
Yep.
video you should do.
Yep. Yep. If
and
you want us to do another reaction video, then leave a comment and a like.
And tell us if
Yeah,
ghosts
tell us.
are real or
Tell us if you believe in the supernatural, and if not, tell us why. Subscribe to our channel and my channel, Corbin Root, and thank you for watching our video.
One more thing.
Subscribe to
Da-
my channel too.
You can't say that because you weren't in the last part of the video.
And one more thing.
You bailed.
And one more thing. Make sure not to get possessed by ghosts.
Yes,
Bye.
that would be very bad. Oh, and if you do, go to a Catholic church and, yeah, like, let preachers do their preacher shit, so. What? Yeah. Alright, well, pineapples. Bye.